A geriatric care nurse, I trust, once shared a startling confession over coffee. "I've wheeled more than one senior into the emergency ward after they healed themselves with baking soda," she whispered, eyeing the sugar packets as if they might listen in. At first I thought she was exaggerating. Surely a humble kitchen powder could never be that risky. Yet 3 evenings of combing through medical case reports and one sobering phone call with a retired chemist who used to manufacture antacids proved her right. That little orange box may look harmless, but a handful of common blunders can flip it from everyday helper to stealthy saboteur. Today, we'll unpack 8 of the most surprising mistakes people over 50 make with baking soda, then finish with the smart, research-backed ways to keep it working in your favor. Promise yourself you'll stay to the end, because mistake 6 alone has landed seniors in hospital beds with problems they never saw coming. Mistake number 1 begins at midnight, when heartburn crawls up your chest like a lit fuse. You stagger to the kitchen, yank open the fridge, and knock back a heaping teaspoon of baking soda stirred into half a glass of water. Maybe 2 teaspoons if the discomfort feels bad enough. At first, the fizz brings blessed relief, but inside your stomach, that volcano of foam is more than a magic trick. Each teaspoon contains roughly 1,200 milligrams of sodium. Multiply that by 2 or 3, many people do, and you've swallowed more salt in one gulp than most cardiologists want you to consume all day. Your body scrambles to buffer the sudden wave of alkalinity. Blood chemistry swings toward metabolic alkalosis, the kidneys flush potassium in a panic, and carbon dioxide gas balloons inside your stomach. In rare but documented cases, that pressure has ruptured the stomach wall. More often, it simply leaves you miserably distended, lightheaded, and sprinting to the bathroom with watery diarrhea that takes precious fluids along for the ride. Seniors face an even sharper edge. Age thins the stomach lining, slows kidney filtration, and often pairs with medications that already juggle sodium, potassium, or blood pressure. The safer path is boring but effective. Measure no more than half a level teaspoon into a full half cup of cool water. Sip it slowly and wait at least 2 hours before even considering a repeat dose. If the discomfort keeps smoldering, the episode might be more than simple reflux. Time to call a clinician rather than doubling down on the powder trick. Mistake number 2 hides behind the buzzword alkaline. Scroll through wellness videos and you'll see glowing claims of a sunrise soda water ritual that detoxes organs, balances pH, or melts away inflammation. The idea feels intuitive. Baking soda is alkaline, disease sounds acidic, so nudging your body's chemistry toward alkaline must ward off illness, right? Unfortunately, human physiology doesn't play along. Your blood pH is regulated tighter than the bolts on a space shuttle. Even a whisper of change triggers breathing adjustments and kidney shifts that drag pH right back into the safe zone. What daily baking soda tonics do manage to alter is your sodium intake. Half a teaspoon each morning adds over 4,000 milligrams of sodium every single week. For seniors already tracking salt to keep blood pressure in check, that hidden load can erase dietary diligence faster than you can say low-sodium soup. Chronically high sodium draws fluid into the bloodstream, straining arteries, swelling ankles, and forcing the heart to work overtime. Meanwhile, potassium quietly drifts downward, leading to muscle twitches, nighttime leg cramps, and potentially dangerous heartbeat irregularities. If you crave a morning ritual that truly supports long-term health, reach for plain water with a squeeze of lemon or a dash of apple cider vinegar. Both refresh the palate, hydrate cells, and stimulate gentle stomach acid for better digestion without sneaking in harmful salt. Mistake number 3 taps into the universal hope for effortless weight loss. Online influencers tout a blend of baking soda, citrus juice, and warm water as a fat-burning potion. They insist that tipping your system alkaline forces fat cells to surrender, or that the fizz revs metabolism. In truth, any pound that vanishes after a week on this concoction is almost certainly water weight, shed thanks to baking soda's laxative side effect or reduced appetite because your stomach feels uncomfortably full and bubbly. Chasing that illusion leads many people to gulp multiple glasses a day, ratcheting up sodium load and gut distress, while ignoring the foundations that actually budge body fat: balanced calorie intake, consistent protein, and sustainable movement. I once counseled a 70-year-old man named Hassan, who swore by triple-strength soda shots before his morning walk. After 2 months, he collapsed mid-stride with heart palpitations linked to depleted potassium and sky-high blood pressure. When we replaced the soda routine with a simple pre-walk protein shake and an extra glass of water, his palpitations disappeared, and, no surprise, his weight loss resumed once cravings leveled out and he could walk farther without discomfort. Mistake number 4 arrives in disguise because baking soda doesn't taste particularly salty. That bitter mineral flavor tricks you into forgetting each teaspoon is pure sodium bicarbonate. Maybe you sprinkle a little into simmering tomato sauce to cut acidity, shake more into bathwater for achy joints, add a pinch to coffee to mellow the bite, and keep a glass on standby for the occasional bout of reflux. Individually, those gestures seem harmless. Collectively, they can push daily sodium far beyond safe limits before you've even picked up a salt shaker. High sodium stiffens artery walls, raises pressure, and encourages fluid retention around the ankles and lungs. For seniors with congestive heart failure or borderline kidney function, that water weight can escalate from mild swelling to labored breathing overnight. One woman I worked with, Evelyn, age 76, ended up at urgent care when her ankles ballooned and her shoes stopped fitting. She'd been dutifully following a low-salt diet, but forgot to count the heaping teaspoon of baking soda she dissolved in her evening tea every night for digestion. Once we trimmed that habit and swapped in a calcium-based chewable antacid, her swelling eased within days, and her blood pressure normalized enough to reduce one of her medications. Mistake number 5 sneaks into pill boxes everywhere. Baking soda's rapid acid neutralizing power means it also neutralizes the stomach acidity. Many medications rely on to break apart, dissolve, or absorb efficiently. Swallow an antibiotic, a thyroid pill, or low-dose aspirin, then chase the aftertaste with a fizzy soda solution, and you risk undermining the medicine you counted on. Just 2 hours can spell the difference between full absorption and a wasted dose. On the flip side, certain decongestants or pain relievers stick around longer in alkaline blood, intensifying side effects like jitters or blood pressure spikes. Seniors juggle complex regimens, blood thinners at breakfast, diabetes tablets at lunch, heart pills at dinner. So unplanned chemical interference carries real stakes. The safeguard is simple. Keep at least a 2-hour window between any medication and your baking soda remedy. And flag the habit on every medical intake form so doctors and pharmacists can tailor advice. Mistake number 6 targets skin and hair, the body's protective canvas. Plenty of do-it-yourself blogs rave about baking soda facials that reboot the complexion or soda shampoos that leave hair squeaky clean. They skip the chemistry lesson. Healthy skin lives around a pH of 5, slightly acidic to ward off microbes and lock in moisture, while baking soda blasts that environment to an alkaline 9. Picture stripping the wax from hardwood floors. Sure, they look clean, but they're exposed and vulnerable. Elderly skin, already thinner and drier, reacts fast. Redness, peeling, and raw patches can appear after just a few sessions. Hair cuticles lift under alkaline assault, translating to frizz, breakage, and that straw-like texture no conditioner can fully reverse. One gentleman in his late 60s came to me puzzled that his once full beard had turned wiry and patchy. The culprit? Daily scrubbing with a paste of soda and coconut oil he'd learned about online. After swapping the paste for a mild pH-balanced cleanser and trimming irritants from his diet, his skin calmed and new growth filled in within 2 months. Mistake number 7 happens on the countertop every morning when toothbrush meets powder. Baking soda does polish away coffee stains and neutralize mouth acids, but raw grains act like micro sandpaper if you brush with heavy pressure. Seniors often have receding gums, exposing softer dentin that erodes much faster than enamel. Scrubbing that exposed root with gritty soda can dig grooves that trap plaque and leave teeth sensitive to hot soup or iced tea. Switch to a commercial toothpaste that already contains finely milled baking soda blended with fluoride and gentle detergents. Or if you love the homemade approach, dissolve a pinch of soda in a tablespoon of water, dip a soft bristle brush lightly, and glide over teeth no more than once a week before your regular fluoride paste. Finish with a fluoride rinse to replenish minerals. Your smile stays bright, your enamel stays thick, and your dentist stays impressed. Mistake number 8 is the most dangerous of all: substituting baking soda for real medical care. I've heard stories of seniors drinking quart-sized jars of soda water to flush out urinary tract infections, injecting soda solutions into tumors after reading fringe websites, or treating diabetic ketoacidosis at home with spoonfuls of powder because it neutralizes acid. These gambles can turn treatable conditions into life-threatening crises. A urinary infection that might have cleared with a 3-day antibiotic course can escalate into kidney infection and sepsis. Untreated ketoacidosis spirals into coma. Cancer ignored, while soda therapy fizzes day after day, continues marching forward unchecked. Baking soda is a time-honored stopgap. One carefully measured glass can take the edge off burning urine or gnawing reflux while you wait for the doctor. But it is never the destination therapy. If symptoms persist more than 48 hours, worsen or include fever, bleeding, severe pain, or confusion, put down the teaspoon and pick up the phone. Modern medicine and age-tested home care are not enemies. They're teammates when used in proper roles. You might wonder whether baking soda has any place left in senior health after hearing these cautionary tales. Absolutely, when handled wisely. Benefit 1: a single half-teaspoon dissolved in cool water acts as a lightning-fast antacid for the occasional spicy food mishap without the chalky texture of store tablets. Benefit 2: a gentle soda water rinse after a garlicky dinner resets mouth pH, freshens breath, and cuts nighttime acid erosion against teeth. Benefit 3: A. Thin paste dabbed on a mosquito bite, or mild sunburn eases itching and redness within minutes. Rinse it off once comfort returns and pat dry. Benefit 4: under nephrologist guidance, carefully dosed bicarbonate tablets can buffer acid buildup in later-stage kidney disease, buying patients time and comfort. Benefit 5: Athletes in supervised studies swallow regulated doses before high-intensity sprints to blunt lactic acid burn, though that niche trick demands professional oversight. And of course, baking soda remains a champion in the household realm. Deodorizing the fridge, scrubbing coffee stains from mugs, softening laundry water, and making bread rise sky high. So keep that orange box on the shelf. Just approach it with the same respect you'd give any potent remedy. Measure each dose, count the sodium, space it far from your pills. Treat your skin and enamel gently. And never let it stand in for professional care when symptoms signal something serious. Which mistake surprised you most? Overdosing for heartburn, daily detox drinks, or scrubbing skin raw? Have you tamed reflux or soothed a bug bite with baking soda? Share your own lessons in the comments so our whole community can learn. If you found these insights helpful, tap that subscribe button. And join me next week for another myth-busting deep dive designed to keep life after 50 vibrant, strong, and wonderfully informed. Until then, stay curious, stay cautious, and, most importantly, stay healthy.